Lurker number one. What's up? What's your idea to choose us? Kyle? Nice coffee, Mernon. No, I got an idea that I think would be fun, but it would require me to get. It would require me to actually put forth some pretty decent effort. I need a videographer, which I've got the camera. It's just like I said, it's taking the time to do it. Daryl's not cold here. It's just the 50s, but that's cold to me. What if though? What if? All right, so I missed the 50s. Yeah, in some places of the world, they would be praying for 50s. I don't really need a camera guy. I need a video editor because I don't know if either of my computers will edit video anymore. I bought this big giant Mac behind me, behind you, right here. I bought that computer in like 2000 and I don't know 12 to edit GoPro footage. It might have been 2008. Anyway, I went out and bought that computer. It wouldn't have been 12 because it was before 12. So say 2010, I probably bought that computer to edit GoPro footage. And then I did a few videos on it. Worked pretty decent. You know, it was new. GoPros, it could handle GoPro footage. And I got pretty decent at editing video. And then my GoPro fell in the lake because I had it suction cupped to the console and I was making a turn into a creek in the river and that thing just went. I didn't have enough foresight to tether it off to anything. So it went to the bottom of the river, never to be found again. And, or at least I don't think anybody's found it. But after that, I kind of was thinking to myself, damn, dude, if you're like dropping $250 cameras in the water at this rate, this could get pricey. So it kind of turned me off from doing GoPro stuff. So I didn't do much for a while. Out in Austin, I got the bug again and started, running cameras if I went fishing, but it's really a pain in the ass. And then if your computer's the least bit lacking, that makes it even more infuriating to try and edit video. So I haven't tried, but I have a feeling that my old computers will really not like me. But anyway, but what I want to do is I've been wildly hooked on Vice Grip Garage. Y'all watch that dude? Where he goes and he buys these old cars, and I'm assuming he buys them at like junkyards, and then he tries to get them running again. And I said, what a cool concept that I could do. So don't steal this, you dipshits watching this. We could browse eBay or Facebook or whatever, find a totally destroyed bait, probably end up being wood, and then put it back together and make it like badass. Marty has one that would be pristine for that. Um, would just take a real big piece of shit random bait and then document the whole, refurbishment of the one bait, and it would take a shit like I would certainly lose time and money by doing this, but I think it would be really cool to see done. Uh, you know, like for instance, or even like something like this, dude. Marty said he could bring this back to life. Yeah, you didn't document it though, Burns. It needs to be documented. I mean, if one were willing, it's just wood. You could patch this damn thing back together. Um, but I think it would be I think it would be really a cool concept in the fishing world. Um, why do they always hold Burns's comments when he says dirty words? But for as long as it would take to actually do the work. Oh, I don't want to send you that bait, Burns. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to suspend it in clear goo and make me a paperweight out of it. I did see one on Woodbait Nation that got ran over by a car, or the post office ran over it, and I saw it, and I was like, I wonder if that guy will sell me that bait. It'd be a good project bait to hang beside that one in clear goo. Then I could have start a collection of just trashed WECs, um, and my ears are from blowing my nose all morning. My ears are clogged. All right, where are my sticks? I got to put some skewers. Yeah, that is Burnsy. I can't tell you how many guys have thought they were doing me a favor and thought they needed to strip a wood bait all the way down to wood. Yeah, Jamie, I've got that weird like air in my ears from like blowing my nose and they blow out. Now I've got this like bubble in my head. Uh, Tim Maynard, how goes it? What's new? Unless it's built like a Burns, which there aren't many out there, if any at all. Um, yeah, I don't want to take Burns's baits down to anything. Um, I got I got one opened up, but I was eating breakfast this morning and I could like you could hear everything. It was like magnified in your ears every time you chew. It was awful. Come on. I'm looking for my skewers. There they are. There they are. Uh, Torch. Brennan, what's up, dude? torch is a good method. I have burns. I've tried to torch off some of my old epoxy clear coats on some of my old baits. My old plastic baits. And I told myself, oh, I'm just going to do it like a little bit just to like heat this epoxy up. No, that never ends well. I have ruined many a good bait. Uh-oh. Let's see if these will work. No, don't work on plastic, unfortunately. I thought I could be real smooth and just like do it a little bit. No. No, there's a bait hack for you. Don't torch epoxy on plastic. Oh, there's my pliers. That's what I need. The Zurons. Trying to get video editor for paint repairs. Burns is digging a testing pool wastewater treatment system. Correct. Like the thing about it that sucks is that if I were in Austin, I could literally find 20 people in an hour that would probably come over here and film that shit and do it for like the sport of it. You know what I mean? There's so many people out there that just want to like practice and get good and like do shit with people that they think's cool. That are into fishing, and they'll be like, "Oh, dude, I'd like to just like, I'll help just to watch that." But like, there's not a huge community of people here that are like trying to get into video editing or like any kind of the arts. I mean, they everybody aspires to be, you know, like a YouTuber or whatever, but they don't actually want to do shit. And I will say, if you've ever been with somebody who's like does that shit for real, and you actually enjoy fishing, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Or if you've done it yourself, just decided you're going to go fishing and you're going to run GoPros and you're going to film it. It's not fun. Like, I did it for a little while, and after a couple times, I was like, dude, screw this. I just want to fish. Like, I don't want to have to make sure like all my cameras are like working right, and like it seems so silly, but like it's work. Especially when you're just trying to go fishing. You know what I mean? Like the end goal is you just want to go out there and have fun, but then you have to realize that it's not. You're not going out there to just have normal fun. Vince, what's up, dude? Negative 35. Wow, having a heat wave. We have a stained bait question. I've always thought that burn look you see people getting on walls and floors on harbor will be a cool looking crankbait. Burns, I might have to dig that one out for the Patreon. Should we do a pre-Patreon Burns, or we do a a post Patreon, because I talked to Eric and we were going to do a Burns only show and tell. Because he's got some shit. I got some shit. So let's just show off. I think somebody, it might have been Dustin. Somebody recommended we do a Burns only show and tell. I asked Eric, and he said I would love to do that. Now these are actually 6s, Brennan. 8s would go in the trash because they totally, like, everybody wanted a DT8, right? Like, if you'd ever fished a DT6, you had probably thought, man, it would be nice to have a little deeper diving version of a DT6. Well, then, like, obviously the DT6 is the shining star of the whole lineup. Everybody loves the 6. Fish love the 6. It's just the 6 is the DT. If you're going to own one, might as well own the 6. But I think, in my mind, if I were designing a DT8, the way you do it is you take the lip out of the 6 and you extend, you make the DT lip angle the same, but you just make it the length of a DT10 or a little shorter. You know, like, you just take this bill and you just extend it a little bit, but you keep it the same bill angle. But instead, the assholes at Rapala thought it would be a good idea to take the DT10 lip angle and put it on a little body. And I don't think that's what anybody wants. I think, like, I think it would have been a success. I think people would have been excited, more excited, had they done that instead of their flattened out lip angle. So, Tim, what lip did you put in? Did you just cut like a Lexan bill? That's what I'm saying, though, Tim. Like, you probably did it the right way, like anybody else would have done it. You would have just made the 6 bill longer at the same angle. You wouldn't have flattened the bill angle out, and just put a DT10 bill in there. Like, when I saw that, I was like, you idiots. Or whatever they did. Is the 8 the 6 body, or is it a bigger body? Whatever it is, they screwed it up. They need a redo on that one, I believe. This one's going to be interesting. I don't know how we're going to quite do this. Let's see. Can make a DT6 body and keep the lip angle. It will run 8 feet. I believe that. Have a guest. What? Who's good?
Yeah, if you pick your arm up, it's upside down.
Which arm you doing on?
It's on the left.
Is that what he wanted?
Yeah, you didn't tell me what you wanted. I'm just doing it because that's how you would read it. But then if you pick your arm up, it's upside down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I did it this way,
Did you do it backwards? Uh-oh. Um,
but the VI would be backwards. You,
is that the same screen, like
yeah,
the same
yeah,
print?
yeah. But if you pick up your arm, it's upside down.
It is. You would have to either flip it to where the Virgin Islands read from the sleeve up, or you should be able to put it on that other sleeve on the
But
right
then
side.
you have VI backwards.
Let me see. It'll be the same. You just take that and put it over there, and it will read exactly the same, except the Virgin Islands will be turned the other way. Yeah, it'll still say VI, right? Just needs to be on the right arm. No, she got her. Jeremy said, "Amy, don't sound happy."
No, I'm frustrated with it.
She's frustrated.
It's all good.
She said, "It's all good. It's all good." She got a little disoriented on her orientation of her sleeve graphic for her brother. Her brother, who is a charter boat captain in St. Thomas, VI. Let's see. Kyle, I could carve baits for 6 months and not be done with it. Eric, I built a DT8 by accident. I just threw a bait together, and when I got to looking at it, I was like, "Damn, that looks just like a DT8." Yeah, that happens. Yeah, the same size lip runs straight in line with the bait. He's gonna run deeper. Yeah, that's the problem. Morgan, is it's the same thing with like paint, dude. Building paint, like if you really want to get like a unique profile, it's kind of like songwriting. Like at this point, all the low hanging fruit has been taken, right? All the power chord songs, they're pretty much done. Uh, they're still out there, you know, endlessly, but you got to think a little harder. You got to be a little more creative. You got to, all those things in order to do something original. But same thing with like crankbait body shapes. Like this shit's at this point, it's it's been done. Uh, and just as soon as you think, oh, this is cool, you see that some old dickhead from Tennessee carved it in 1967. You're like, oh, well, I guess I'm 50 years behind. But you know, there's certainly still cool. Uh, what's up, Nate? Um, they do have a very large orifice in their bunghole. Brennan, you are correct. I never fill them up. I just let them rip. Yeah. Uh, the DT10s, I bent the lip down on only run 6 to 7 feet, but they've got a lot more aggressive. I mean, that's what we're talking about, Tim. Get that DT6 wobble, because I think that's what makes the DT6 good. Obviously, is it has a different wobble than any of the other ones. Frankenstein and DT6s, you get them a little Hit them a little before they came out with an 8. I'm kind of glad the beta's out, so I don't have to do the work myself to get a little deeper, but I still think the 6 catches a bit better. Yeah, have you tried, Morgan? All of your DT10 sync straight out of the package. That's not good. I've never noticed any syncing out of the package, but I guess I haven't pulled a DT anything out of the pack in forever. So I don't, I literally haven't opened a DT10 to fish, or I never liked the DT10 personally, but I haven't opened a DT6 in probably 10 years. So I can't comment on that. Uh, but that doesn't surprise me. Morgan, have you tried taking an 8 and heating the bill up and bending the bill angle down? Um, well, that's like, do y'all think suspending crankbaits will ever be a thing? Norman used to have suspending everything. Excalibur had them. All their fat-free shads they had suspending fat-free shads. I don't know that they'll ever appeal to the masses. Old Rebel Shadar suspending. There you go. So they've been a thing, then they went away, so they will come back. They will certainly. I think that's what it is, AJ. I think they're afraid that their bait's not going to float out and they'll never get it back. But I also think you have to go out looking for a like you have to find that bite. And I don't know that it happens enough for people to pick up on it. Marty could certainly build suspending cranks, but who wants that? If Norman can't sell them and Excalibur can't sell them, I don't want to sell them. I got some spending rattle traps. Anthony, that was I've got a I think I told this story not too long ago, but I think that's a really misunderstood bait. And Cordell made one, the Cordell Spot. Um, I had a suspending Cordell Spot, and I didn't know at the time when I was a kid. This was in like 98, 99. It was probably 99 when Tim Horton won on the Potomac on the Fire Tiger Spot. I went out and bought one because that's what happens. Dude wins a tournament, you go buy the bait. So it was probably 99, I think. Tim Horton won Angler of the Year his rookie year, and he won on the Potomac on a Fire Tiger Cordell Spot, half-ounce spot. And I went out and bought one, and they had one with like regular colored eyes, and then they had one with like these neon orange eyes. Well, the neon orange eyes signified that it was a suspending model. I didn't know that. I just thought they looked cooler because it was like chartreuse green, Fire Tiger, like all these bright neon colors. And then with the bright neon eyes, I was like, this looks way better than these other dumb eyes. I want this one. So I bought that one, not knowing it was a suspending one. So I went out there and threw it, and I was like, this thing is weird. So I never really knew what to do with it, but the best day I ever had on it, and I have no clue why this was, but I was fishing this like, imagine I wasn't in Texas, but I was in Alabama, but imagine it looked like Texas. So it's like this huge like bay of standing timber. And it's like, I don't know, it might have been July or August. like hot as shit. And in this big bay, there's like this secondary point that comes out, just like little shitty looking point under the water. You can't even tell it's a point unless you know it's there. And and these fish are busting like schooling on top, out at the tip of this little secondary point out in this timber. Well, for whatever reason, I was like 16. I thought it'd be a good idea to throw and the water was clear, like odd. So I took my half-ounce suspending Fire Tiger spot and threw it out there in that timber in the schooling fish, and I would reel it through it, and I would stop it. I would reel it and stop it, and it would just like float there. Dude, I must have caught like 30 on that stupid ass suspending spot. It was the only time I ever caught them on it. Like I could understand it in grass, but I didn't fish around grass, like so it didn't really make sense to me. Um, but I kept trying to force that bite. Like I kept trying to figure out where can I use this bait, where can I use this bait, and it never really made sense to me. Where a suspending, like now that I think about it, I can think of some ways to use it. Um, but at the time, I wasn't as advanced an angler, so I didn't know what to do with it. But my best day was on schooling fish in timber with a suspending lipless. Um, and maybe it was because it was so bright and it stood out so much in like a school of fish, and then when it just stopped there, they were like, oh, there's a freebie. So like when you kind of diagnose it, it makes sense. But uh, I think if you took a poll of all the guys in the U.S. right now, or over the past 5 years, the number of anglers who targeted schooling fish with a suspending lipless would probably be uh, null. And the guys that were probably doing it by accident. I don't know that anybody would be doing it like on purpose. But 0.0%. Yeah, it would be very, very, very minimal. Um, but yeah, suspending baits are really interesting to me. They certainly are effective. But like I said, if you have a suspending bait, you have to intentionally go out. And I don't know that people are like the general public has it in them, like the confidence in a bait to try so many retrieves in order to prove that that's not what the bite is. You know what I mean? Like if they run a crankbait through a point and they don't get a bite, all right, they're not eating a crankbait. Go to the next thing. But it's like if you really like cranking and you're like, all right, I'm gonna, they will bite a crankbait somehow, and then like the guy pulls out the suspending model. Um, but I think that's what it is. Is like it's a pain to try and have to find that bite. Um, and the thing about it is like I've had suspending DTs that I've caught fish with like when it was hot. Like most people just think like suspending bait is a cold weather deal. It's a mood. It's a mood thing. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter if it's cold or hot or whatever. Typically, you don't need it as much in the summertime or whenever it's warm. But I've seen times where you had to stop a bait and let it sit there, and they'd eat it. Um, but it's weird. Well, but I guess the moral of the story is you have to really like cranking in order to like go through enough baits, go through suspending. Like you have to try and force a crankbait bite in order to, I think, get into the suspending bait world. Uh, Flew my drone into a tree this morning. Big Malone. That's unfortunate. Is the tree okay? Anthony, do you throw a suspending jerkbait? That's what's odd to me. I feel like the majority of jerkbaits people throw, no matter what the time of year, are suspending. Like I know all of my pointers, they suspend. All my 110s, they suspend. Like pretty much every jerkbait I have suspends, with the exception of the ones I actually catch fish on. But that's besides the point. Um, you basically need to be Fritz, pretty much. And I don't even know that Fritz could sell suspending baits, but I guess he did. I guess he did. They did back in the day, but they weren't selling. I guess that was the beauty of it. They weren't selling suspending crankbaits. They were selling lead tape and dots and shit to make your baits suspend. Um, so then you could make any bait suspend. But hell, I don't even know how many. I couldn't imagine how many dots it would take to make like a DD22 suspend. Have to be a bunch. Um, Aiden, what's up? Excalibur XT3 or a pointer? I talked about my favorite jerk, and it's slowly becoming the damn uh, Storm, the old Storm. That one. Thunderstick. A damn Thunderstick will catch their ass, dude. For me, at least. They're nice. They work, dude. Strip them down. Paint's easy to come off. Good bait. Really good bait. I like them because they stay shallow. They don't want to. They don't want to dive. So it's good. It's good for where I fish. Shoot some water. Tim Maynard's doing some Big Show Scroggins cooking oil mods on his DD22s. I never got into that, adding oil or liquids to my baits, but kind of interesting concept. Mostly I throw a 110, but the McStick gets bit when I want that rogue style action. Morgan, I have no doubt that the McStick will catch fish. I really just think they're ugly. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I would probably be more likely to throw a McStick if they didn't look so stupid. I mean, it's basically just a 110 body with eyes cut in half. That's what it looks like to me. But what about this bad boy? I need to go out there and paint this. Actually, I need to go strip it. I need to go sandblast it. They look like a rogue. I always feel like the McStick was a 110. Let me look at one. I haven't seen one in a while. I thought they had that. I thought they had that head and nose of a 110. Let me look. Spro McStick. Yeah, they're kind of like a hybrid. Let me see. Yeah, they're just ugly. They do have similarities to the Rogue, not this one, but they've got a taller back and it like crests up here and then comes down. So I guess it's sort of unique. Yeah, I was about to say, Brendan, you fill a DD22 up with foam, and that son of a bitch is going to be a bobber. I don't know what kind of foam you have that doesn't have air in it. The small one, but it's a new. Where are we at? They look like a Rogue. They don't even look that much like a Rogue to me, though. Maybe so. I guess they just tweaked the back a little bit. Where's a 110? Did they square off the nose? There's something about it. No, not really. It is very roguish. It looks like that. It looks like that. It looks like that. That Lucky Craft jerkbait. What is that one? It was like the Joe Thomas or the Marty Stone jerkbait. Uh, it had a real high back on it. What was that one? It was real ugly. It was short. Y'all remember that? Morgan, you probably remember it. The shitty Stacy King. That's the one. Let's see. Who made that? Yeah, that's what it is. Let's see what it's called. That's what it looks like. That is what it looks like. That's what I was getting at. Yeah, the Stacy King jerkbait. And that's all it was called, the SK Jerk. How about that? I guess they made it for just for Bass Pro Shops. Yeah, that is do you think Mike McClellan like had this stash pile of Stacy King jerkbaits and he was like, these things are the shit, and everybody else were like, these are trash, but McClellan was like secretly smashing on the Stacy King jerkbait? Maybe so. Maybe so. Anthony, you've thrown those, the Stacey King. I kind of want to get one now to see what they run like. Are they on eBay? Let's see. Dude, I really like Stacey King. I'd like to get in the boat with him. Stacey King rookie card? No. Jerk bait. $30. 2 for $70. 3 for $100. 2 for $42. Is this a joke? AJ, you need to put that shit on eBay, apparently. Trying to get a mint for these things. I will accept your offer, AJ, if you throw in the how-to DVD, Stacey King 12-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier on jerkbait fishing, the Carolina rig, and bassin blow-ups. Ooh, here's a VHS tape. Jerkbait fishing with Stacey King. And lo and behold, look what he's holding. Can't see it because it's on my phone. That is a Thunderstick. Oh, here's somebody custom painted. Completely smashed the value. They're cheap. Let's see what. All right, I won't go by this. We'll go to the real storyteller. We will go to sold listings and see what actually sold. Well, January 29th, 2023. That one sold for $15.75. This dude literally sold 3 of the deep diving version, the 100 DTR suspending jerkbait for $100, $30 a piece. So everybody, send me your shitty Stacey King jerkbaits, please, and I will tell you how shitty they are, and I might even paint them. Yeah, send me those. Send me those. Anthony, we'll set up a trade. Send me your Stacey King jerkbaits. Everybody that has a shitty Stacey King jerkbait, send them to me, and I will revamp them because their colors do look pretty shitty. Yeah, I don't know what the oh, this one's pretty. What's this one called? It's like got the magic scales, but it's brown. That one's nice. You got one. What can I trade you for one? AJ, I'd like to see how shitty they are because obviously y'all know you're like AJ, Anthony, you know your way around a damn jerkbait, what's good and what's bad. I want to see what's shitty, or what makes what I could find that would make them good, if anything at all. I don't know. Maybe it's like a maybe it's like a maybe it's like a super slow. That's the only thing I can think of is that everybody tried to fish them at like a decent clip, and they didn't, and they're like a crawler, like twitch. Remember them diving like 18 inches. Okay, that could be a flaw. It could be good for me, um, bad for anybody else that was trying to reach any type of depth. Uh, but I'm gonna go strip this Super Rogue, and I'm gonna paint it in a Megabass color. Oh, Burns! I've actually got a Pose jerkbait modified. Uh, Bet you wouldn't even recognize it. Bet you wouldn't even recognize it. I won't take it apart. See that on the bill? I did do that, Burns. I found I said, I'm never going to crank this. I said, but what I will do is turn it into a splash tail. The bottom's beautiful. It's a shame you can't see it. The whole bait's actually really pretty. Bagley. What is that? Well, there's another one I painted. Bangalore. Or as they call them down here, Bango stick. Here's my favorite thunder stick. I got lots of those. I don't throw a jerkbait much, but when I do, it has a spinner on the tail. There's an old Burns. I keep my jerkbaits and such in this little pencil box. It's like $1 at the dollar store. Red traps in the note card box. That was old Burnsy Walker. I built a batch of jerkbaits about 12 years ago, one just for bed fishing. Ray, I don't think last time I went to the Dollar Tree, everything was like $1.25 or $1.50. I did my dad's speakers in his computer or had gone out, and he was just sitting there for hours and watch YouTube videos with an audio that sounded like, and it was like cracky, and he couldn't hear a word they said, and he would just read subtitles. And I said, dude, get some damn speakers. Well, I went in Dollar Tree, and they had $5 like computer speakers, and I bought them. They sound really good. Um, I've got a Burns wake tied on. Somebody was asking if Burns made a wake bait still, or if he made a wake bait, and he certainly does. That's the it's the Burnsy wake and spin. Ray, I don't know a lot about the Thunder Sticks. I think they had a suspending Thunder Stick, and I think they had a floating Thunder Stick. Um, and they had, I think they had maybe two sizes. They had a deep one. AJ said the walleye guys like the deep ones. Um, but yeah, it's a pretty bait. That is a pretty bait. That's my shrimp. That's my shrimp getter. Um, Pete at Rod Warrior. They're pretty badass. Made of neoprene. It's who Casey ripped off when the Sixth Sense ones came out. If you want the truth of the matter. Pete is a Army veteran. I don't know if that was his branch, but he is a military veteran. Really nice dude. Kid's a collegiate angler. He was. Makes really good stuff. So, um, and I think he builds everything to go, like whatever whatever size you need, he'll build it to the size you need. Um, I just ordered a generic, like 7 foot, so I didn't have to like go through all my rods because I change rods so much, and I'm really not organized enough to know which rod sleeve is going to go on which rod. Like I wanted them all the same color, and I wanted them all to look the same. Um, so I just told him, I was like, listen, I got rods that are, 7 to 8 foot. I said, I just want like a 7 foot rod sleeve, and I'll just put them on all of them. Just like the 7.5 foots, they'll just stick up farther. Um, so my 7 footers, this is a 734, I believe. Yeah, this is 734. I don't remember how many inches he made them. I just told him a certain inch to make them, and they all pretty much fit the same. So, but they're I mean, he built them for all my rods. It's really nice. They take a little bit of getting used to. Um, because they don't slide on like the Chinese finger traps. Um, they require a little different technique to slide them on. But once you get used to it, you're used to it. But when you first put them on, you'll be like, I don't really like this because they don't they don't like shoot down your rod like a finger finger trap. Um, Ray, I really like one down here, dude. a lot. And I think it's because they don't dive that deep. Um, no, Travis, believe it or not, they are like hook retardant. They are 100% times better than that finger trap stuff. Eric's here. He was getting finished. He just got done sanding down all his crankbaits. Eric, send them over here, and I'll send you some. I'll send you some rubbing compound, and you can get them all shiny again. But no, they don't. They're pretty hook retardant. Like you can stick them like that, but it like doesn't go in. You know what I mean? Like you can pull on it, but it doesn't. It doesn't like penetrate. See how I'm pulling on that? There you go. You believe now, Stearman? Do that with your finger trap, bros. No, they really do. It really does. Even if you have sharp hooks, they don't want to actually. I don't know what it is. It's like the rubbery stuff in there just kind of like pushes it out. Um, man, these are the finest stock Bagley original hooks that money can buy. You know they're sharp. What do you want me to test with? This where's my Vixen? Vixen with brand new, never used owner hyper wires or whatever they're called. I mean, it really doesn't stick that much. Like that got stuck right there on a little piece of thread that had hanging out, but they're real durable. They're good. Ray, they are neoprene. I was thinking about at one point I was gonna put them on the website and just stock rod sleeves. But I figured rod sleeves would be about like hooks where people would here's a brand new one. I figured rod sleeves would be about like treble hooks where everybody would have their own personal preference. So I said, I'll just keep these for myself. Yeah, Pete, Rod Warrior USA. Travis, you're right. Anthony, those finger traps are really annoying. Um, I don't know. Those just feel like I don't know. I got tired of the finger traps, and I thought they were really like I would always have like my guides poke through them, and like they were just really abrasive. Those are really soft. I feel like they do a better job of protecting your rod. Um, so he's working on something new. I tried to get him to make me a couple different things. I never heard back from him. I wanted him to make me a what was it? A strap to hold the rods, like a an ankle gaiter, like you'd see for like duck hunting waders. I wanted those, but I wanted like a handle to where you could like run it to the back and then like carry all your rods like that. And there was something else I wanted him to build me. Um, it was maybe it was a neoprene sleeve for my winch cable on my truck. Um, Travis, they do. They make them in lots of colors. He's got digital camo. Um, what color would you like? Let me look. We'll go through it. Rod Warrior USA. Um, Rod sleeves. Looks like they've got blue, black, green, red, purple, digital camo. He doesn't have all his pictures on the website. Um, he's got you can get the Bass University ones, you can get the Jordan Lee ones. Um, Fishing Fiends, whatever that is. Um, he doesn't have my custom ones on there. Do I have my spinning rod? There's an error in your statement there, Rich. I did not order a spinning rod sleeve. Ray, they haven't yet. I think that's the good thing about neoprene is they don't. I feel like they don't want to mold and mildew. I've never left them on my boat for extended periods of time, but I think if they did, you could just wash them off; they'd be fine. Um, but I did not order. I did not order anything like that. Um, I did not order a single rod sleeve for my spinning rod. It's because I don't care about it. It's the redheaded stepchild that just sits there unsleeved. Um, yeah, I've never tested that theory, Ray. I'm sure they would, just like anything else. But um, you could probably throw them in the damn washing machine. I don't know if Pete would recommend that. They might come apart. I don't know. Yeah, you can actually see over here. There's my neglected spinning rod. It looks like it's been used and abused, but let me tell you, it is not. Just lots of boat rods. And I'll tell you why this handle looks so shitty. It's because this rod has been left in my rod box for months on end when all my bait casters are taken out in a nice, warm, dry, temperature controlled environment. And this is out there in the boat locker by itself, eating shit. Um, Mice eat neoprene waders. Yes, they do. Uh, Later, Burns. What's Tim Maynard saying up here? I actually got to jam with Billy about 10 years ago in Galax, Virginia. Um, That's pretty cool. Hayden, I have a real problem with mice. They ate up my whole wiring harness in my old truck. Already got my rebate for free Bud Light? Damn, dude. I will say, um, if you go to Rod Warrior USA to their website and you don't see a color or something you're looking for, just shoot Pete a message and he'll respond to you. And don't let the jankiness of his website turn you away, because it's it's a legit website and company and product, but the website's lacking a little bit. Um, I actually like catching fish on a spinning rod because it's like a novelty. You know what I mean? Like it feels weird. It's like going brim fishing or something, because they pull a little more and you can't just like manhandle them. So it's kind of fun at times to just be like, you know what, I'm gonna go throw a spinning rod. I'm just kidding. That's the dumbest thing. I'm lying. Mice ate away the butt end of my Daiwa Zillion. Dude, I don't like mice. I don't like mice. Like I said, after they ate my wiring harness up out of my old blue truck, I'm not a fan. AJ, do y'all have really bad pack rats out there in your neck of the woods? I know Travis does. I don't know if they go up to Nebraska. Jeremy, that's exactly what I don't like. I don't like having my hands full to where I feel like I'm not in any control. Uh, got a dude that needs 30 baits painted. Um, Probably a month, 4 weeks, I would say safely, because I still got to paint these damn things for you. Is that the 30 you're talking about? It could be, Hayden. Not in the city, but you'll find them around the corn cribs. Anyone got to start their lawnmower and it doesn't even fire, and then look down at the plug wires are eating through. Yeah. Coat it with grease now. That's a good tip. If you don't want the mice to eat your wires, you coat them in grease, like dielectric grease or like wheel bearing grease. What kind of grease, or does it matter? It also depends on, Eric, if I have to clear coat them and then knock the gloss off of them. If I have to unclear coat them, it's going to be another 6 months. Bacon grease. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, what kind of grease is it? Because if I would think if you put some vegetable oil on there, they'd probably eat that shit up. Irish Spring soap will keep mice away. Do you just cut it up in little chunks and like put it around things you don't want them in? I've never heard that. Irish Spring. I love the way Irish Spring soap smells. I used to wear it. I used to wash with it when I was younger because it smelled so clean and soapy. If that makes any sense, it just smelled like you'd wash with that shit and you get out of the tub and you smell clean. You smell like soap. Um, and I like I like I like I like that smell. But then my wife, I bought some Irish Spring bath body wash, whatever, and she's like, "You smell like an old man. Throw that shit away." Like, I thought it looked pretty good. Uh, my uncle fills his boat compartments with it in the winter. I have heard of people putting soap bars down in their bilge to help like clean their bilge out. I don't know if that works or not, but I don't see why it wouldn't. Has anybody ever done that? Anthony says it works. Use whatever shampoo my wife gets at Costco. I'm picky about that shit, dude. I gotta go buy my own, and I have to go late at night to the store when nobody's in there, so I can just like sit there and sniff 40 bottles of deodorant and body wash. Um, Old Stetson cologne. I forget that shit my dad used to wear though. Stinky, very musky. Have any of y'all ever put a bar of soap in your bilge and just let it live there? I guess if you're going to put one, you should put Irish Spring, because then it'll keep the mice away, and it'll keep your bilge squeaky clean. Thank you, Aaron. Burnout and have this up and everything. Hello.
Keep talking.
Your hair looks nice for whatever reason. It looks very 80s. Marty will like it. Where's Burns? Oh, he had to leave.
Yeah.
You like one of those 80s music video girls.
Looks nice because I actually fixed it. Hey guys.
I was talking about how much you disliked Irish Spring soap smell.
Yeah, it reminds me of my dad.
Oh,
It's gross.
there you go.
What's up, Rich? Yeah.
Don't tell her she looks like the 80s. She's very voluminous.
What's up, Tim? Yeah, I fixed my hair. Did you roast Eric already?
No, that was
Hey,
that was yesterday.
Did you roast him yesterday? I missed it.
Oh, I just debunked his hack.
Sorry, Eric. He was not happy about it.
This one. I sanded this bait yesterday. Just for Eric.
Eric, when are you coming to visit again?
No Irish Spring and Stetson for me. Nope.
Yeah, who on here likes Irish Spring?
Everybody.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, y'all smell like a 70-year-old drunk.
Smell like a 70-year-old drunk guy.
He would like put it in his socks and hang it in like his closet. You find socks everywhere with Irish Spring in it. What's up, Nate Dog?
Nate Dog? Eric said he's still going to sand his baits because he's a believer.
I don't understand why you're sanding him.
Huh?
I mean, I understand sanding them to get paint to stick to them, but why sand them after that?
Because he wants the finish to look flat and dull.
And then do like a matte finish.
Well, he's getting that by sanding the sheen off of the clear.
But don't you jeopardize the paint?
No, it just turns gloss when you put it in water.
Yeah, so then it's going to be glossy going through the water.
Eric still believes.
I'm confused too.
You're confused?
Here. Why waste the time? I'm not confused on how it would be glossy, but why waste the time when it's going to be glossy anyway?
I'll be right back.
Ask me anything. I'll give you all the scoop, all the juice, he says. She buys your scent. You don't get to pick it. Probably she has to smell it. Yeah, you put it in water and then it's glossy again. I get that. But why take the time to make it not glossy? That's what I don't get. The Old Spice that came in a white bottle, I do remember that, but I think that might have been too expensive for my dad. Maybe. That's why he went with. But he always wears some kind of cologne that was very musky, gross smelling too. But I think that was to cover up the booze. I still think that's what it covers up. Because anytime we go to the store, he's like, has to get some new cologne. Light refraction. Okay, well, I can get behind a little bit of the physics of that.
What?
The light refraction of gloss, non-gloss.
giving fish too much.
Yeah,
credit.
that's why she picks it out. Exactly. Just makes me feel good.
That's a viable answer.
Yeah, y'all aren't even asking me, and he was gone for like a good 2 minutes. Y'all could have gotten all the juice. You know, funny thing, Anthony. You have Anthony, I'm guessing, or Tony. Is we do have satin pillows.
Of what?
A satin pillowcase. But I buy them to keep me from being all wrinkly.
I need a control.
Yes, I want to see that, Eric.
What?
Your light spectrometer out for this one.
It's pretty shiny.
My favorite lure off the wall. Let's see. That's a hard one.
Can't see it.
I don't know. I'd have to take it. It'll take me a minute.
I need a smaller test tank.
TK, you think that satin pillowcase works well for your beard?
What?
Keeping it all nice and soft and shiny?
Satin pillowcase? Is that a thing?
Yeah, they're on our bed, silly.
Is this supposed to do something for my beard?
That's what Anthony says.
What is it? Like polish it?
That's what he says. Let me see. All right, let's see. Okay. Favorite bait off the wall. What speaks to me? These are none of these have you painted.
What?
Have you painted any of these?
Tons of. Amy's favorite lure off the lure wall.
Asking me. Well, it's not on this one. I don't know. It's not on this wall. I know the one I would pick.
What is it?
I always like over here. Over here.
Heisenberg.
This is my favorite one. But it's not off the wall. This is a special edition done for a YouTuber.
Mama Bass. They know him.
Y'all know him then. But yeah, this is one that I always liked. It was just different, and that's what crawfish really look like. They're blue. They're not like a bluish brown color. They're not neon orange or anything like that. So to me, that's more realistic than a neon orange or whatever crawl red. That's stuff we eat. It's actually crawfish season too. He's coming to visit to eat with us. What's your favorite one?
My favorite?
Yeah.
Rather not show it.
Why, when you caught a bunch of. Why you only give up the goods?
Yeah. It's in that section.
It's in that section there. If I pick it, will you say yes or no?
Sure.
It's by the boat.
No, it's not by vote.
I mean, it's in this area.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll pick it.
That one.
It's no, it's not. I mean, it's close, but this isn't it. But
So I bought this on eBay for like $3, and I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was wood. Bought it, wouldn't throw it. Kind of looked like shit, but Rob Cochran gets on Woodbait Nation and he posts a picture of this bait. He says, like, if you know, or if you know, you know, or some bullshit. And I was like, well, I don't know. So I sent him a message and I was like, what are you supposed to know about that thing? And he never really gave me an answer, but he basically said Sonny McFarlane made it with 2 other guys, and they used to make them back in the day for like for tournament money. Like that's what they would sell those baits to pay for like their tournament entries or something. And I'm pretty sure this is one of Sonny's because the paint job's real good. But who knew? I forget the name of them, but there was 2 sizes. Where'd all the comments go?
Nobody's commenting.
I know it's weird though, but it's saying.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah, so I don't know what.
But are your crawfish like red? Or are they like a dark like brown?
Some of them are red. The ones in Town Lake were really red.
Really?
In Barton. Yeah, if you went out there at night and
I guess the only ones I've ever seen are the ones we have around here. And they're usually like a blue with like a little brown,
yeah, it depends.
like bluish color. Anyway, but I like that color blue. It's like a Tiffany blue, almost. No, more like a Chanel blue.
I removed your comment, Mason.
What's up, Hella?
Got your kayak rigged up? No, the thing's still under the house, bro. She ain't gonna be kayaking.
Yeah, it's 30 degrees out.
She can't kayak without me anyway.
Oh yeah, I don't have a car, so unless I strap it to the little killer cam.
I guess you could get you some sort of
I'm not.
hood rack. Put it on the roof.
I want to take it to the lake and go to the lake and do it.
Ray, I'm gonna take it to John's Bend probably when the tide gets super low and you can't get a boat in there.
Maybe the weekend before our anniversary, we can go to the lake.
Maybes.
Because TK might be fishing a tournament on our anniversary. Our 5-year. Big old 5. One whole hand.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go paint these little losers.
Yeah.
Hour.
You're not telling them which one's your favorite?
Oh.
Which one's the favorite one you've ever painted?
Ever painted? Ever?
This one, I would say one of these 2.
Oh, it's that crawfish.
Yeah,
It's
this
not-
is my other one. I like.
It's not that one.
But it like these, they're more realistic.
That one's pretty good. I didn't realize I had this one.
Yeah, I like that one.
It's all dusty.
Probably those 2 are my favorite. I don't know, it's so hard. He does such a great job.
That one's pretty legit.
Yeah, and the specs on it, I mean, it looks like a real, like, it's so realistic, it's ridiculous in person.
That's my old bars. I forgot. Maybe I need to go back to those.
Yeah, some of the new bars I'm not a fan of because they're too unrealistic for me. I like the more realistic because I think that's harder to do. I'm sure it's all hard to do because I can't paint.
These look pretty good. Maybe I'll redo that stencil.
But yeah, that stencil, That was awesome.
What's going on with the YouTubes?
Yeah, we're not seeing any of y'all's comments. So we're just talking to ourselves.
Well, it shows that there's new comments, and I need to scroll down, and then you scroll down, and it's black.
You're in top chat. Is that what it's supposed to be in?
Yeah. Live chat, maybe not.
You're supposed to be in live chat.
There we go.
Hella, yeah. He might, well, based on the tide, will be based on if he actually fishes that tournament or not. But I
Ray,
told
you're not
him
familiar with
he
John's
better
bid?
fish it. And when he fishes it, he better bring home that cheese.
Off the Blakely, where Scott Martin won his FOW tournament out of the Pascagoula River in 2001
When he
or
came to
2
Mobile,
or 4 or
yes.
whatever.
I'm going to be the next Kristen Fisher.
Realistic crawl would have belly lines. AJ, I leave the belly lines for you, bro.
Is she the one with the pink stuff?
Who?
Kristen Fisher?
I don't know who that is.
Who's the girl that does all the pink?
Kristen Fisher. Chuckvy's good. Chuckvy's dicked up, though. Chuckvy's got shitty grass in it right now.
Suckless.
Suckless.
We can get something done.
She's a big time yacker that wins a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Eric's going to roll. I'm going to roll. I'm going to go paint.
Yeah, finish my
Sand
shirts.
stuff. Amy's going to go do.
Josh is on here. I got to finish yours.
Yeah, Ray, I always hear about people like hitting shit in Chuckvy. I try and stay out of there. Last time I went in there, the grass was really, it was like that. I don't even know what you call it, grass. It was shitty grass. It was that, like widgeon grass or something. It looked like hay. Ugh.
All right, kids, I'm out.
Is that where I need to go take the 1- to get bit? Is that where the 1- action goes down? I've never found anywhere that could catch a 1-. Later, y'all.